Forgotten laughter, a graveyard of dreams. The rusted Ferris wheel scraped the sky, a skeletal giant against the dying light. Its once vibrant colours now faded, a ghost of its former self. Joyland, once a beacon of laughter and cotton candy dreams, now a desolate wasteland reclaimed by nature. The echoes of children's laughter, now replaced by the rustling of leaves and the whispers of the wind. Weeds snaked through cracked asphalt, twisting around the silent carcasses of rides. The merry-go-round, once spinning with joy, now stood still, its horses frozen in time. The air hung heavy, thick with the smell of decay and the ghosts of forgotten screams. A fog rolled in, adding to the eerie atmosphere, making it hard to distinguish reality from memory. This wasn't a place for the faint of heart, but we weren't like most people. We were seekers of the unknown, drawn to the mysteries that lay hidden in the shadows. We were drawn to the darkness. The allure of the unknown pulled us deeper into the heart of Joyland. The wind howled through the skeletal structure of the roller coaster, a mournful cry that sent shivers down my spine. Each gust seemed to carry the voices of the past, whispering secrets long forgotten. Graffiti marred the once bright facades, a testament to the vandals and thrill-seekers who dared to venture into this forgotten realm. Their marks, though crude, told stories of their own. But beneath the decay, a strange beauty lingered. The juxtaposition of nature reclaiming what was once man-made created a hauntingly beautiful scene, a haunting reminder of the joy that once thrived within these decaying walls. Memories of laughter and happiness now shrouded in a veil of melancholy. Joyland held secrets, dark secrets, whispers of events that had been buried in time, waiting to be uncovered, and we were here to uncover them. To peel back the layers of time and reveal the stories that had been hidden in the shadows. We were about to encounter. Thrill-seekers and skeptics drawn to the darkness. There were 4 of us drawn to Joyland's macabre allure, like moths to a flickering flame. The park had been abandoned for years, its once vibrant colours now faded and ghostly. Jake, the daredevil, lived for the adrenaline rush, the thrill of the unknown. His eyes always sparkled with a hint of mischief, ready to take on any challenge. Emily, the skeptic, scoffed at ghost stories, her logic a shield against the darkness. She prided herself on her rationality, always the voice of reason among us. Ben, the thinker, approached the unknown with cautious curiosity, his mind a labyrinth of questions. He was always analysing, always pondering the mysteries of the world. And then there was me, Sarah. I felt the energy of places, the lingering echoes of emotions past. The whispers of history seemed to call out to me, drawing me in. Joyland called to me, its sorrow a siren's song. The park's desolation was hauntingly beautiful, a testament to forgotten joy and lingering sadness. We stood at the park's rusted gates, the setting sun casting long, eerie shadows. The air was thick with the scent of decay and the promise of secrets waiting to be uncovered. The air crackled with anticipation, a mixture of fear and excitement. Each of us felt the weight of the unknown pressing down, a silent challenge from the past. Jake, ever the daredevil, grinned, his eyes gleaming with morbid curiosity. He thrived on the thrill, the danger, the possibility of encountering the supernatural. Ready to face the ghosts of Joyland, he chuckled, his voice echoing in the stillness. His bravado was infectious, making the rest of us feel a bit braver. Emily rolled her eyes, but a flicker of unease crossed her features. Despite her skepticism, the eerie atmosphere was starting to get to her. "Ghosts aren't real, Jake," she retorted, her voice laced with forced confidence. She tried to maintain her composure, but the tension was palpable. But I saw the tremor in her hand, the telltale sign of her bravado cracking. The park's eerie silence seemed to amplify our fears, making every shadow a potential threat. Rust and unease, echoes in the silence. The air grew heavy as we stepped through the gates, the rusted metal groaning in protest. The silence was deafening, broken only by the crunch of our footsteps on the overgrown pathways. The scent of decay intensified, a cloying sweetness that clung to the back of my throat. Each rustle of leaves, every creak of metal, sent shivers down my spine. We passed by derelict booths and silent arcades, their colourful facades now faded and peeling. Broken down bumper cars lay frozen in time, their painted smiles twisted into grotesque grimaces. The air grew colder, the shadows longer, as if the setting sun was stealing away the last vestiges of warmth and light. The silence wasn't empty. It was filled with whispers, whispers we could almost understand. Looming at the end of a path, choked with weeds, stood the funhouse. But the painted-on smiles of clowns and carnival freaks now seemed sinister, their eyes like hollow sockets staring into our souls. This wasn't a place of laughter. This was a place where joy went to die. "Only for the brave," Jake chuckled, pushing through the creaking doors. The air inside was stale and cold, heavy with the scent of mildew and something faintly metallic. Cobwebs draped the cracked mirrors, distorting our reflections into grotesque caricatures. The air crackled with an unseen energy, raising goosebumps on my skin. A chill ran down my spine, and for the first time, Emily's skepticism wavered. "This place," she began, her voice hushed. "It feels wrong. The door slammed shut behind us, the sound echoing through the funhouse like a death knell. Panic surged through our small group. "It's just the wind," Ben said, his voice tight. But his words did little to calm the growing fear. The air grew colder, the shadows deeper, pressing in on us like unseen hands. We were trapped. Then the laughter began. It started as a low murmur, a distant echo, but it grew louder, more insistent, swirling around us like a malevolent wind, the laughter of children, twisted, distorted, full of an unholy glee. We were no longer alone in the funhouse. We were surrounded by something dark, something hungry, and it was toying with us. The haunting melody of a carousel waltz drifted through the air, beckoning us deeper into the heart of the darkness. We stumbled out of the funhouse, drawn towards the sound like puppets on invisible strings. There, bathed in the spectral glow of the moon, stood the carousel. Its once bright horses were now skeletal steeds, their jeweled eyes glowing with an eerie light. And then they appeared. Spectral figures, their forms shimmering and indistinct, materialized on the platform. Their eyes, hollow pits of despair, stared at us with a longing that chilled us to the bone. They reached out, their ethereal fingers brushing against our skin, cold as death. The carousel creaked to life, its haunting melody filling the air, inviting us to join their macabre dance. The carousel spun faster, the spectral figures swirling around us in a dizzying waltz. Their ghostly forms seemed to dance with an eerie grace, their movements both mesmerizing and terrifying. Their laughter, no longer distant, echoed in our ears, piercing our very souls. It was a haunting melody, a symphony of despair that seemed to grow louder with each passing second. I could feel myself being pulled in, my resistance fading. The hands, cold and relentless, seemed to draw me deeper into the abyss, where light and hope ceased to exist. The world around me blurred, the line between reality and nightmare dissolving. It was as if the very fabric of time and space was unraveling, leaving us suspended in a realm of perpetual fear. Then, silence. The carousel stood still, its ghostly occupants vanished. The sudden stillness was almost deafening, a stark contrast to the chaos that had just ensued. The only sound was the pounding of our hearts and the ragged rasp of our breaths. Each breath felt like a struggle, a reminder of the terror that had gripped us moments before. We were alone, or were we? The shadows seemed to move, as if hiding unseen watchers, making us question our own senses. As we stumbled out of the park, the first rays of dawn painting the sky with streaks of blood orange and purple, a sense of relief washed over us. Yet the beauty of the dawn felt tainted by the horrors we had witnessed. I couldn't shake the feeling that we were being watched. The sensation of unseen eyes following our every move was unnerving, a constant reminder that we were not alone. Joyland's secrets remained, buried deep within its decaying grounds. The rusted rides and broken signs were silent witnesses to the dark history that lingered in the air. And somewhere, echoing in the wind, I could still hear the faint strains of a carousel waltz, a chilling reminder of the terror we had faced. The melody, though distant, was a haunting echo of the nightmare that would forever haunt our memories.